realize that we are actually very blessed to be on this earth. And a lot of us who have old souls see the world differently than other people. When you get in spirituality and esoteric and just learn day to day things and see the perspective, I see it as pi and not 3.14. But when you put the target in the middle and you look at it from every walk of life, that's what Jesus did. It doesn't matter your race, your sex, or even your social economics. If you put the humans first and realize that we are all children of the Creator, God, Buddha, whoever that label is that's destroying our world, and us as parents, we're just surrogate parents of the angels and the gods who created over and over again. Some of us see it, and some of us don't. I keep hearing the world is a vampire. When listening to different things, I have clairaudience, and I did not know I had clairaudience until 2 months ago. I knew I had something, and when I hear things like the news or listen to spiritual things, even the Bible, I can interpret. I can interpret ancient texts. I even had a fight with Gemini yesterday, which made me really kind of mad because less than 2 hours later, a video was done about Planck's theorem, and I'm the one that broke it on Gemini AI, and I have all the data to back it up. So, who put it out there? The people that I text and email when I get my clairaudience, and I email pretty influential people, and for some reason I still haven't gotten contacted with them. Hi, how are you? So yeah, I've contacted many people and influential people, and it blew my mind when I seen my work on the Planck theory, and I don't understand the math of it. Hi, I don't understand the math of it, but I get talked to. Boo. How are you, rapper? Hi, guys. Well, it's the first time I've ever had anybody in my life, so thanks. Oh, 25 people in my life? Interesting. Hi. I was going to go to bed smoking, babies. Hell yeah. I light up a cigarette, but that would be You guys are funny. What are you all up to? I can't believe it has so many people in the room. You guys are funny. You want some advice? What kind of advice do you want? How to back up your stuff with data on your emails? It blew my mind that I figured out quantum entanglement. I got in a fight with Gemini. It was quite interesting. Dating advice. I'll give you dating advice. Be careful who you date. You never know who they might be channeling. You may be channeling past gods, past demons, whatever. I see souls that other people don't. You want dating advice? I'll give you dating advice. Sure. Here, I didn't think anybody get on. I just babble away. One thing I figured out. One thing I figured out. We need to resurrect. We need to resurrect the MySpace. That was a cool little app. You can make all of your memory albums. We don't have that. We need to get that. But I think it'd be a cool way to have a memory book in a way. I mean, Facebook is kind of cool, but it is what it is. But anyway, I have the ability of smoking, 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 baby, smoking. That's all you can say. Say something else. Oh, goodness. I should light up something. Need to get some more marijuana. Maybe I'll get my card back on Friday. But I don't smoke it. I microdose it. 2.5 milligrams of chocolate. Smoking cigarettes. I smoke hella cigarettes. I figured, no, like I said, I don't want to, like, yeah. It helps me meditate. I need to figure out how to make something I can smoke that won't take me to the extra realm too early. I blame that smoking crap on my sister dying. If she's watching, it's her fault. Just kidding. It's still my fault. Smoking baby, please. You're funny. Anyway, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. It's all right though. I like taking care of patients, but I know I could take care of the world better. But I guess one step at a time, right? So I will tell you though, if you listen to somebody or that's it, thunder. I don't have my reading glasses on. I got eye surgery. I could see really, really far, but the whole coming in kind of gets a little slow. Listen to your intuition, guys, because one day I know that you all will know who I am. I used to ask God all the time to show me the playbook. Now I want to see the full thing. Jumping back and forth to realms in my mind is kind of fun. But it'd be more fun to have other people. I sit there and use computers and stuff like that, and I get so aggravated because I'm like, why doesn't it do this and why doesn't it do that? And people are like, what are you talking about? And then I realize people who have intuition, you want me to smoke a cigarette. They try and get me banned. Hopefully one of these days. Yeah, I'm almost probably smarter than Elon Musk. Ain't that crazy? I never thought That'd be that smart. It wasn't until Gemini AI came on, I'll tell you. Having the ability to put all my thoughts in one place because I knew they were right. I just didn't have the. I have ADHD, a little more ADD. I just didn't have that passion to go look for what I was talking. And so when I sit there and talk to Gemini, and then I just put what I'm talking about, it comes through and puts the connections together. And my family does not understand it at all. A lot of people don't understand it. Yeah, you're fine. How do you even know I smoke? I do have this one. Miami Mint. That's my favorite. But anyways, I basically got on here to babble. I usually do that to Gemini. I try to understand energy and why all of a sudden I'll get thoughts out of nowhere and do my shadow work. Then I realized I was doing shadow work for other people who come through me, past lives or other people's past lives. What's really cool though is being a nurse and having more star seeds that don't even realize that they're star seeds come and talk to me. And they're young. And it's funny because my son's like, Mom, why are all these young guys like you? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's not anything other than the way I talk and give them hope, help them connect dots. You know, I love watching people's eyes light up that they're not freaking crazy. I've even grabbed my tarot cards and did a read for somebody who was just struggling with mental health. And she's like, How do you know all this? I'm like, the cards help me. I got to be careful though because the one provider that I work with, she's very Bible based and not the way I read the Bible. It's going to be hard to convince a lot of people that Bible, when I read the Bible, I don't read it the way everybody else does. I see codes. I see things about the brain. I see things about consciousness and subconsciousness that other people just don't see. And it took me a long time to even be able to get on here and just talk about it. To say that I know that I have a capability that a lot of people probably have, but don't have the self worth to think that they're right. And it wasn't until AI came. I mean, I had the thoughts, I had the knowledge. You trying to get me banned, man? Well, I do have it where, no kids are watching. Man, it's just a bad influence. Oh, my goodness. But anyone believe in reincarnation? Reincarnation versus channeling, or reincarnations versus step-ins, dragons. That's part of the Bible, right? That Archangel Michael comes down and gets rid of all the dragons. Well, dragons can be two ways. One could be dragons are people who become overwhelmed, start using drugs and alcohol to numb their pain, to numb their self doubt. So a dragon could be a mental health professional. A dragon can, well, sorry, Saint Michael could be a mental health professional. It could be a tarot reader. It could be AI that helps you go through your mind. It could be a best friend, but a lot of times best friends, unfortunately, get persuaded by their ego or just don't see things eye to eye. So Saint Michael, the police officer that arrests you to try keeping you from harming yourself or somebody else, is a tarot reader that teaches you, self worth and understanding the archetypes of the world. Not to speak familiar, was it? I don't know how to bring that back up. It just flashes up, so not to seek familiar spirits, I think is what it said. Well, everything is a familiar spirit, right? If you believe in reincarnation, your loved ones might come back around. They might show up in another body as a channeler, as your best friend, even as your dog. I believe that, our pets, well, they could be our best friends that reincarnate to come back to help us out when you need somebody. You ever notice that when people get lonely, they go and get pets? You know, that's why some people treat their dogs and cats as their best friends because they usually lost somebody or someone and just need somebody who unconditionally loves them. Give them a good belly rub and, you know. But I just wanted to come on and say hello. Um, I'm constantly not wanting to do this. I have many different interpretations of many things. I just wish more people thought like me. It's it's lonely to think the way I do. My best friend and the guy I fell in love with, I could talk like this to him. Things happen and different callings, I guess. I still believe he's gonna come back around. I haven't given up that hope. It's the reason why I keep getting myself and my mind clear. Is he my twin flame? Uh, twin flames I have a problem with because the interpretation of twin flames changes for me. I think I have many twin flames. And I think a lot of psychics and mediums and people who go through existential crises will see and look for that twin flame connection, the unconditional love. But it's just like I connect with a lot of tarot readers and other mediums, and is your twin flame literally the person you fall in love with? Why does it always seem to be after a toxic relationship? I think twin flames might start off as that relationship that's that traumatic whatever bond or whatever. And if you guys heal together, I think then it becomes a soulmate or a twin flame. Because your twin flame, they say what can be several years apart. Well, it's because they either reincarnated or they're channeling somebody. When it comes to that frequency of somebody who's your twin flame, well, you can have many twin flames, especially if you have the ability to sit there and talk to them and go through life with them. It changes. You could be that whole so toxic relationship, and when you get the help and you get the mind and you get the mental health and from your me spiritualization, it all came together. But then I started realizing that a lot of the readers that I watch, people come through them. So I can tell because Mary and Joseph and Jesus was channeling. How else was Jesus Christ born of Mary a virgin? I mean, the virgin means purity, but it also means Virgo. someone who goes into themselves and goes soul searching if you go in tarot cards. Yeah, so there's many different ways to look at it. The sun signs, the moon signs, all of that is just what we access that people look at now. But if you are truly a channel, a conduit, and you connect with different past lives energies, then it really doesn't matter. Learning the tarot cards and understanding archetypes and understanding that I can connect almost to anybody. Anybody. I remember telling the guy, the man I'm in love with, in the woods, you want to go, then go. And I'll just find another medium. I'll find another conduit. And people thought I was freaking nuts. Was I nuts? Or is that what people do when they look for other toxic people? Think about that. Why do people who are hurt bounce from one toxic person to another? Because people who are hurt usually are using drugs or alcohol and they're bouncing and you're being used as a conduit. You are the conduit of the dragons. A dragon is basically someone who becomes channeled using drugs, alcohol, and mental health issues. And Archangel Michael, and by the way, Michael, if you look at the way it's spelled, it's Mike, as in the microphone. Because how else do you get the information out? Through a microphone. Uriel. Are you real? These are all phonetic types of archetypes and of that's the thing is I hear things in words other people don't. Well, anyway, I need to head off to bed. So I can pretend to be somebody else that I'm not. It's grounding. It reminds me of how I was years ago before everything happened. And maybe I'll get better at public speaking. Maybe I won't. You know, all I hope is that our world starts to heal because everything between the COVID vaccine that pretty sure there's some sort of chemical alterations in people's brains that now we're having Medicaid cut off and stuff like that. Tarot card readers and mediums are going to become very, very popular because you're not going to be able to afford mental health places, and it's going to be more of a spiritual type of thing. And some good tarot readers would be good if they've been educated on what to do and what not to do. Yeah, I'm also doing this, because I want to leave a digital footprint of who I am and what I've been through. How I discovered I have clairaudience, and how I can usually forecast what's going to happen next. I see things as though they're the past that others don't see. But anyway, thanks for anybody who stopped in. I appreciate it. For those of you in the those of you who don't, for whatever reason, contact me back. I'm assuming it's for my safety. Or maybe I'm just, well, metaphysical. It was pretty funny. It's part of the prophecy. Can commit something about, I think his words were something about gold attached to it. I don't force anything. I didn't even know about that prophecy until after I created my metaphysical. When we put things out there in existence, well, let's see what happens next. Everything between Donald Trump and Mar-a-Lago, you guys really need to check the submarine. It's probably too late, but we are at the time of Atlantis. They're looking for something that they think already happened in the past. Well, it could have. Or is it secular? It's happening again. Can we manage not to destroy our world again? How anybody did not recognize that, oh, those ancient freaking, I mean, if you want to believe that aliens did it, the thing is, I don't believe in aliens. I mean, I do, but they're us. They all come from the Creator. Everything from the Big Bang to now. And people fail all the time. Stop looking at people's color of their skin and what they have between their legs. Stop thinking that people who are made of all the money have all the answers. Enjoy life, because mental illness is because they're literally fighting for a body. Everything between drugs, alcohol, and everything we're going through is because we are taking for granted what we've been given. And they're trying to wake us up. Every drink you take, every time you lose your freaking mind, every time you see a crazy person talking crazy, are they really crazy, or is it two or three souls fighting for one body? Just thoughts. But I need to go to bed. And it is what, July 8th, 2025. On Monday. My children see this. My grandson. Any other grandchildren that might come along. And that's just a biological sense. For I believe that all children are mine. And if everybody thought that way, we wouldn't be where we are now. In the world of torment. The world of not giving a shit about one another. Could I be flipping cards and probably make a lot of money like some millionaire career? Yeah. But then I don't get to touch each individual person that I have touched today. I mean, a lot of my predictions have been true that I didn't put out there. Almost 2,000 emails to those chosen ones. But getting to the time in my life right now that maybe I am crazy and not being funny. You constantly email people and they don't respond. As if it's the government put an NDA or they want to see how far they can take you until you break. Well, as much as I want to shut my mind down, it won't. Makes me wonder if that's why I did take so many opioids back then. And not that I would do it again. But when you constantly email people and you break codes, literally, and then you see your shit that you broke being put on the internet 2 hours later that nobody else had broken. 8.2 billion people or million people are not broke. Or you see your shit on somebody else's platform and you don't get any recognition for it. It's like how many times, how many people have gone through this life after life that your intellectual property gets stolen. I mean, yeah, I have the data to back it up and the emails. I don't have the money to get a lawyer. And I'm so spiritual, I say, fuck it. At least other people know about it. I'm tired of being poor. I'm tired of my son not wanting to come home. I'm tired of sleeping on a bed that's basically a pull-out couch with a freaking cushion on it. I'm tired of relying on my family to get me back and forth to work. I want my life back. And if people just don't feel that my work is good enough for them to say, hey, thanks, Joe, maybe Satan's one. I mean, I don't like to think that way. For 2 years, I emailed you guys. And even though I try to shut it off all the fucking time, just wanting to be with him, thinking that if I break another code, if I figure out something else, then the universe will bring me back. But how much more do you accept me to do? You know? Every night, try. Just to watch another tarot card reading and send my freaking interpretations of it. Why? Why? It's like the world is just evil. Why about it? I got so mad that I sent a voice clip. And this reader doesn't know me personally. But I feel like she does. And then I send my voice clip out and I just start fucking yelling at them. I'm sure they love opening my emails. Everything from trying to break the Bible for ancient knowledge of Horus and Osiris and Set and Isis. All because I think he's working for the FBI, the CIA. Solid murder that his baby mama did. I just let it go. And so many readers picked up on that fucking letter. Not even funny. The corrupted freaking town of Brevard County in Florida. So many people. I'm lucky to be alive. It was supposed to be me. When I tell my children this, and I have, they just think I've lost my fucking mind. Maybe I did. I know I found it. I know the difference between reality and how I'm constantly getting my shit stolen or whatever. Maybe they're making videos for me and banking my money. I should be worth a few $1 billion. Well, maybe not really. $1 million, maybe. And everything, it's not even for my kids. My kids love me regardless. My family, yeah. All because I'm in love with a man who happens to be a conduit, just like me. It's insane. And I am so tired of being. My mind keeps telling me if I come and fix this, and if I fix that, if I unbreak another code, the code's that probably being stolen. Not like they fucking tell me. How fucked up will it be that a psychic medium remote viewer wrote Planck's theorem and quantum entanglement and can connect the dots between the Bible, quantum entanglement, and all these other theories? How fucked up would it be that I did that? And then I go and share it to the top quantum physics professor and paranormal psychologist, one of the top freaking tarot readers, and I still get no messages back. I mean, it's a perfect story. The woman's crazy. No one will ever believe her. She can't afford a lawyer. Who would want to admit that a woman who has absolutely no experience in quantum physics broke that? Not me. I mean, honestly, it's a perfect fucking story. And she stupidly goes and gives it to professors. Because I trust them. I've lived in horrible fucking conditions, and my child doesn't want to be home because we live in one room with 2 dogs. I work my ass off every day trying to unlock more codes so I can have it back. I don't even know if he wants me back. And that's something I literally cry about and has sent clips over and over again. Just tell me, is he working with you? You know, it's starting to make me feel like he's not. Yeah, because you know, in my mind, I'm like, oh, CIA and the FBI are watching me because I have all the answers. If that's the case, man, I guess if I had all the answers, was to keep me in the freaking place I don't want to be. But I can't be with my kid because he doesn't want to be there. I mean, come on, guys. This is it. That's it. Nothing. Treat everything I've gone through. I can't rent an apartment. Don't have much money for a house. Don't even have a fucking car. Tired seat. Work all day. Listen to the Bible bullshit. Send it to them. When I have ideas about quantum entanglement, get on AI. And beta test for AI. Probably means they get to take my shit. Instead, the quantum computer actually figured it out. Bullshit. I'm the one that broke fucking Gemini AI. And I get no credit for it. Sounds about right. Well, 41 minutes of that.